Hi, my name is Tom, and in this video we are fighting Noth, the Plaguebringer. Instead of watching the boring deck discussion first, we just play first this time and directly have some action. Alright, we have Inner Weight. I think we keep it. If we get a cool creature, it might be brutally useful. Wrath as an early game removal, pretty cool. Alright, I think I don't have a card for 1 mana. Inner Weight makes no sense. So let's pass the turn. Double Inner Weight. We could go up to 6 mana. Yeah. A bit too... I don't know if I play the Stormwind champion, assuming he would do nothing. Because, I mean, I can kill like 2 creatures and then he dies. And it's not good if my creatures die for the reason of raise dead. Passive hero power. Whenever an enemy dies, raise a 5/5 skeleton. So we should keep our minions alive as long as possible. Let's play Wrath here. 3 damage and this guy is gone. Still no need to Inner Weight. I'm not so happy actually with the Inner Weights. It's like, it feels kind of like taking away a card spot right now. Against the 1/3, I kind of would like to play a big fat ass creature, but I would go to 8 mana. It's like 1 too much, and this doesn't go well. I think about doing it anyway because a 5/10 taunt is pretty brutal at this point. And we could buff him relatively fast, but I think not fast enough. Okay, here is my plan. I would like to play him as a taunt next turn and the turn after him to make him even stronger. Or we see what we draw, we see what he plays. But I indeed would like to skip the turn. Do we attack him? No, I think we don't, because we played a taunt next turn. Okay, this could be counterspell. His secrets are counterspell, ice block, and duplicate. So I think it would not kill me if it's counterspell right there. Okay, it even isn't. If he duplicates this guy, I'm totally okay with it. It's a weak creature. So I think that's absolutely okay as it is. If he duplicates Talmos, not so happy about it. Let's see. The secret cannot trigger. Of course not. It still could be duplicate. Okay, so there, I said I want to buff him, but there's totally no need. I think it's like a wasted Inner Weight. Let's just hero ability, and what else would we do? I think like nothing. If he probably gets a counter spell on the board then. But we still have like Inner Weight to trigger it. I don't think we need the mana here. And he duplicates this creature. Totally okay. Just that weak stuff. No problem. Now, did he actually get the secret? Or did it get like destroyed? I didn't pay attention, but it looked kind of weird. Not sure. Anyway. I think we do nothing else. I do not spend a lot of mana. Ooh, Plague is like the worst and craziest and most bullshit card. We have multiple options to deal with him. We could bite hero ability and attack. We could spell damage swipe. Or we could just play him. And I think after all, we star fire. We don't get damage, we keep other cards that can combo pretty well with even more cards. And I'm fucking afraid of spell damage. As spell damage, I say, of counter spell. So I innovate first. Yeah, pretty bad luck for me, but whatsoever. So the secrets that are left are probably mostly only counter spells. Here are his secret guys. Not a big deal. This will be counter spell for Shizel. So cool stuff like spell damage and then swipe in the face will not work. Same with Starfall. And I think we just play a good creature, a decent creature. Could be the Stormwind champion, it could be Maxna. The 4 damage here are not a big deal. I play Maxna, hero in the face. I do not know what happens if like this death rattle says put a secret on the battlefield, but the secret is already here. I don't know if the secret gets destroyed or if like nothing is done. I have no clue. Or if the secret is chosen so that it can be played, I don't know. Okay, like spell damage, Starfall, perfect here, but the Wrath may actually give us this option. Let's see, he is 5, Starfall is 5, he is 2, he is 2. Alright, so let's play Wrath, simply to trigger the secret. It does not matter what we do. It definitely has to be I say always spell damage to counterspell. I am so sorry. I have no clue what's going on. But you know what I mean, I hope. So let's play the spell damage. And the counterspell is gone. So we can safely Starfall and clear the board. And his remaining secrets are Duplicate and Ice Block. I'm not exactly sure what creature he gets, but pretty much all of them were low bullshit, so it should be okay. Unfortunately, we have no taunt for the Geomancer, so we may face 5/5 relatively soon. No secret, please. And it's counterspell again, so we cannot swipe. Pretty sad, but we could use Savagery just to trigger the secret. And I think it's what we do. I actually can use the card, although I have no attack. Interesting. Alright, so this is 1, this is 4, it's a total of 5. We even could play him, because I think there is no need to hero ability. And double spell damage is like not really necessary. Well, I rather hero ability though, because the Azure Drake, I don't see the use of him. Alright, counter spell, and let's get rid of all of them. Now I'm wondering what happens. Yeah, now he's like out of secrets. Pretty interesting. The remaining secret has to be Ice Block. Plague. Yo, that is a bit... let's call it shit. We used our removal spells pretty much. So we have a problem, definitely a problem here. I would like to bite hero ability and kill at least one. He is counterproductive, just gets killed, and another one spawns. Nourish to draw cards. Yeah. I would like to do that too, but only bites not enough damage. I think I prefer the card draw. I'm not exactly sure if there isn't another... Okay. If there isn't like another Starfire, I'm not sure if I used both. I don't think so. But also the Iron Bark would be good. Although he probably has the Black Knight. Alrighty, buddy. So Yeah, pretty much everything is pointless. So let's just Wild Growth and draw another card. Wild Growth also pretty good to trigger the counter spells. And another Azure Drake, not so funny. Let's armor up. And let's eat some damage. I'm not sure if I can get this board back. That will be pretty hard. Just this Plague here. Now, where is it? It's already gone. His Plague is brutally OP. Brutally. Okay, with this card, we could at least kill 2 creatures. Innervate would be pretty good right now. We could play him like, I don't know, Taunts in the Ogre. But I think I go with the Ogre, armor up, and face. And hopefully he does some kind of bullshit like this. Oh, Mortal Coil, okay. Then it was not so stupid. Yeah, and the board kind of doesn't get smaller, so that's not so cool. Another Molten Shine that would actually go good with the Ogre, but how much damage is this here? 10, 14, 15, 20 damage. So if I don't get a tank or something, I'm pretty fucked. I have 4 armor here, 5 here. But kinda the game is lost, I would say. What would you think? Yeah, I cannot see a option to win this. I mean, I could kill 1 creature, but this is still like 15, and I go to 5 armor again, or a gun ASAP. Yeah, I don't know. Maybe he does a mistake, we can try it. So I kinda kill this creature and I play the double Molten Shine. Maybe he attacks them, who knows. But usually the enemy notices well when he has lethal. Ah, sad, the first game is lost. But yeah, it was a bit shitty because of his Plague thingy there. Destroy all non-skeletal minions. This is like the most OP card. Besides that, I thought we played well around the secrets, more or less at least. And let's quickly have a look at the deck. So it is like a Ramp Druid, I think this is called. I really have no clue out of ladder play and ladder decks. I can show you that. I'm like rank 20 something, like rank 19. I mean, I kind of never play ranked, but even if I want to play it and play it with my own deck, I reach maybe rank 15, and that's it. So I definitely suck. But in Arena, I'm doing better. So the deck is called For the Re-Recording, because this is like the second recording of this whole thing after I have finished all the other bosses, because the first recording was kind of crap. Alright, so we play this, what I think is called Ramp Druid. What it is about, we have double Innervate, double Wild Growth, and even a Nourish. And then we have a lot of strong creatures, like I have a double Ogre, I have Maxna, I have 1 Ancient of War. I would like to have 2, but he is only once in my deck. I picked a Stormwind champion. He is not really necessary, but I kind of like him. Then I have the Iron Bark twice, although he has the Black Knight. But the creature itself is pretty cool if it doesn't get destroyed by the Black Knight. And then we have a double Molten Giant. So we have all those strong stuff. I wouldn't pick the Ancient of Lore because he is only a 5/5, and that's not good against his 5/5. He can just kill your creature and get a new 5/5. With the Molten Shines, like a Taunt would be good, like the Sun Fury Protector or the you know what I mean, Argus. There we go. But I kind of have no space. Then, besides my strong creatures and the mana crystal buffs, I have here the Bite and Savagery combo. So Bite gives me 4 attack, hero ability gives me 5 then, and with Savagery I can kill one of his 5/5s and still have the hero to kill another one. So I can get rid of 2 of his strong creatures easily. It doesn't have to be the 5/5s, can of course be something else. Then we have a lot of spells, like we have Starfire, deal 5 damage, Starfall, deal 5 damage or 2. Then we have Swipe, deal 4 damage, and we have Wrath with 3 damage. So we have a lot of removal spells, and because I have so many spells, I actually picked Spell Power. This is the Kobold, Geomancer, and the Azure Drake. So like a cheap one and a more expensive one, depending on what comes better. Those 2 creatures are of course risky because yeah, they get killed quickly, but I really had the feel that this is necessary. Alright, you could actually swap the Azure Drake with the Archmage because he kinda survives a hit of a 5/5, while as the Azure Drake doesn't. But I seriously think you get more value out of him because of the card draw. Alright, and that's kinda it. So a great addition would actually be, I think, indeed the Argus. I forgot it just again. Maybe I would most likely swap the Kobold Geomancer, or maybe I would swap 1 Geomancer and 1 Azure Drake for 2 Arguses. That would be a great option for the deck. And besides that, I think it's working relatively well. I would say around 50% win rate. So I hope I win the second game. Let's just have a look. Alright, when I talk so much, I usually have a problem focusing on the game. That's why I play so crappy sometimes. So maybe I will be a bit more silent this game, but I can't guarantee it. So here we have that combo. And I'm not sure if I want to keep it because I would prefer like Wild Growth. I would prefer Wrath. And that's why I think I swap all the cards. Alright, there is the Wrath. That's okay. I think Wrathing this guy, is that worth it? I anyway have no turn 3 play. So I just hero up. That means he can't do damage to me. He plays a creature and I get some kind of use out of this death rattle. Well, he is not doing it, so okay. We can play this game. Let's just Wild Growth and do same next turn. Okay, so now the plan changes obviously a bit. So we could kind of Wrath this guy, this would be okay. We could also swipe this guy. He would go down to 1, and if we had 1 more mana, we could actually hero ability. We could Wrath next turn, even with drawing a card. So quite some options. It's kind of tricky turn. I'm definitely not sure what is best here. But I kind of like the idea of swiping this guy because you get like 2 damage on all, and that's kind of cool. So maybe I keep that option open for me and just Wrath this guy. That way I avoid quite a lot of damage. And I definitely like that. And I actually could hero ability him. Next turn I do the same. Then he's down to 1 life and I even have to option to swipe another guy. Okay, right now I really like the concept or the idea that he fills his board up and I then get like a free 2 damage on all. And I mean, that is like only... He doesn't have a lot of death rattle, you know. He has some, but... So, the question is, do I swipe or do I not swipe? Next turn is turn 7. I have anyway no play for turn 7, so I think... Let's risk it, let's risk it. I'm not sure if this is a mistake. Okay, that's not a big deal. We just swipe this guy, get 3 damage on all, and everything dies. And I think that's the play, isn't it? Because slowly there is too much damage on the board, and if this guy gets buffed a bit more, it gets suddenly to a problem. So I think this time we swipe, and we can kill 1 additional card just by using, or by waiting. So we have a 1 for 4 instead of a 1 for 3, but we lost quite some life, of course. I think it's too late to Wild Growth. I mean, next turn 8 mana. It's good enough for Ogre and Hero ability or something. And with 9 mana, I wouldn't do anything special. Okay, Ogre goes pretty well against this guy. So let's play it. And just armor up. Attack for the face. Okay. That's all cool. Well, not cool, but it's okay. Yo, I would like to ogre this guy. I would like to make sure that my ogre stays alive. So means I have to kill him. Could use bite for it. Could use Starfire, I'm sorry. Yeah, I think we ogre him first of all. I think we use bites, although I really like to combo with savagery. Yeah. Well, I use Starfire. Knew it. Okay. So my ogre should be safe. The board looks quite good. And a secret. His secrets are Ice Block, Counterspell, and Duplicate. So if he duplicates Talnos, he will draw quite a lot of cards. And same with him, so I think it does not matter. Spell damage, he has Mortal Coil, but I think that's more or less it. So we can basically give him any card, but thinking of swipe and stuff, it may be better if he gets a double Talnos. Thinking of mana terms, I Call Out of Pain might be better, whatsoever. Let's give him this guy. If it's duplicate, it could be Counterspell, it could be Ice Block. Okay, so what do we do? Second Ogre would set up a pretty good board for us. I want to wait until those guys are a bit cheaper, maybe. Let's see first of all if it's... I don't like the idea of giving him cards, but if it's a duplicate, it isn't. Okay. So it's not mirror, or how's it called? Like he copies my minion, so I can play my minion safely. It's no problem. But I think with the remaining 2 mana, we would anyway Wild Growth. And here it's Counterspell. There we go. Alright, so I think he... Yeah, let's just get rid of this card, because I kind of don't like it. In case I draw, swipe, and in case I want to play it, I would be happy if this card is gone. Alright. So I kind of forgot Counterspell last turn. But it's okay. It's okay if it's triggered by Wild Growth or even Innervate. Like, you can still do a good turn. But if Starfire or so gets counterspelled, you may be pretty fucked. Alright, so our Ogre here is kind of dead anyway. We have no silence or anything to get behind this death rattle. So let's do what has to be done. We face a 5-5. We can still kill it with the other ogre, but he would just get another 5-5. So we better Starfire, or in the best case, we just top decked Wrath this guy. So let's think of what would happen if it is another counterspell. We still could go with Bite, with a Starfire. So we can risk it. And yo. Okay, I'm kinda happy those fucking things are gone. We could have the option of triggering the secret with Inner Weight, but since I have multiple ways of killing this guy here, I kinda thought I'd keep my Inner Weight. Who knows if you suddenly need it. Well, it would have been better after all, I gotta say. But it's still okay. Plague is the worst card. He has seriously the most bullshit. And I would actually be happy if I get some kind of damage to double Molten Giant for a bit fewer costs. And if he plays another creature, I could make better use out of Bite and Savagery. So I kind of play this turn somewhat slower. And this secret maybe duplicates, so we have to keep it. Oh my god. Anyway, that's okay. So we have to keep in mind, well, it's not okay in particular, it's actually pretty fucked, but can I say my sentence now? We have to keep in mind that if he doubles a 5-5, gets it in his hand, it can be pretty bad for you. Alright, so what are our options? We could double Molten Giant, and I would prefer if he gets a double Cold Master in his hand than getting a double Skeleton. But we cannot afford another slow turn. So let's do the following. We Bite. We hero. And we kill this guy first. And see if it's duplicate. It is. It's okay. He also doesn't draw any card with the Cold Master. Then we kill one of these guys like that. And we innervate and play a Molten Shine to have something on the board. And sadly, we cannot play the second. But whatever. Yeah, he double plays it, so he will draw a card. A Starfall would be good. Yo. I even think of combo it with a Bite. I mean, I'm so relaxed if all the counter spells are gone. With a Starfall, I'm not even sure if he draws a card, so if he doesn't, that would be quite some good advantage. Yo, cool. Yeah, definitely him. But, I mean, 3 life creature and 1 spell or 1 annoying fuck. And he's dead, and it's another 5-5 you face. So let's just Bite. I think we can afford it. He should be down in 1 or 2 or 3 turns. Nah, in 2 turns actually. Okay, so this maybe another duplicate, or it is Ice Block. And obviously he's out of cards. I can play the Azure Drake safely here. Nourish, no problem. Actually pretty good draw right there. Okay. And that should be GG for me. Wow, Black Knight, and he doesn't kill my Iron Bark. That's kind of cool. So we keep in mind it's probably Ice Block. So let's bring him down to 1 life before we do a lethal damage. And well, it doesn't really matter what we do, so I just swipe right there. And yeah, Ice Block. Yeah, come on. Just because we have him, let's kick him out. This may be another Ice Block, who knows? I wonder what his 2 cards are that he cannot play. Okay, no. Yo, cool. So we have again won 1 game and lost 1, so I think we have seen both what can go good and what can go wrong. So I hope you enjoyed the video, and I say goodbye.